So what we're showing you here with Dadi, we're very excited about a new evolution of 3D cameras coming into the consumer space. So there's a camera in front of this one that just lets us do very simple.
It looks easier for you, you know. You have the magic hand, you have something in your hand.
That's right, it's tuned for me. And so you can also do the resize. So you're really getting multi-touch control in a standard setup. But let's go behind the demo and see what's really driving this. You can see a 3D camera image being tracked on screen there. The yellow parts are my body. As I'm closer to the screen, you can see that I'm actually getting the depth for every pixel of motion here. As I raise my hand, we're able to track that hand in free space. We can do it with 2 hands. You could actually put 10 hands in there and track those. So, but what do we do with that? So one of the things we can do is actually guide the mouse. And you could imagine controlling a TV from the couch or any kind of control app. I'm going to launch a little application here by going over top of it. Now you see that it's kind of getting my body image out of the background. And you're wondering, well, why doesn't it respond to all gestures? Everybody wonders, how can you tell an intentional gesture? So what we suggest is the idea of an engagement gesture. So when I put my hand up in front of here, it'll detect the 5 fingers, and now I can be led into the center. And we have a little gesture wheel here that lets you launch applications. Now, in a living room environment, this could be your 6 favorite TV shows. It could be YouTube, Gmail, whatever you like. In this case, we're just going to launch one with a single swipe. And we've got a little avatar control here. So a little cute guy that I can do my leaning around. So I've got head tracking, center torso, as well as the 2 hands being tracked. Okay? So what I'll do, though, now is show you where we really want to go with this, it being, and we'll go back to the desktop with the thumbs down gesture. Okay? So where this can go in the future, full avatar tracking. So here we have a full skeleton model being tracked in real time with floating point, but this is on a very meaty machine. What we're really excited about is with AVX being able to do this kind of thing, motion capture, in the home.
Hi there. Hey, what's up, Dadi?
What's this look?
We're doing the motion capture demo next, right? What do you guys think? Do I have everything in the right place?
Well, I don't think we need it. I think we have enough performance on the CPU, so we don't have all these sensors on your body to do it anymore. So I think you understand this gesture.
Thanks.
Poor Adam. So I think, Dadi, we're going to end on a little demo of a game. So this is an off-the-shelf game. I'm going to use my hand position in order to control this. And as I make it wider, I get higher speed. Okay? And then standard steering control is what we use. So this is an unmodified game. We're just running it directly. And I should be able to catch up to these guys pretty quick, because I just keep the accelerator on all the time. Of course, the most fun in any racing game is to try to destroy the car.
Good.
So what are you going to show us?
So I'm going to give you a demonstration of the Razer 6sense controller running on the Sandy Bridge platform. So what the 6sense technology does is give you absolute one-to-one position and orientation tracking. So that means that I can pick up this object with the controller, move it left and right, up and down, all the way in and out. I can even take it and put it behind my back, and the tracking is always absolute. Here I'm using 2 controllers in this environment, so I can pick up one object with one hand and one with the other, and move them around. You can pass objects back and forth between different hands. You can grab it with both hands and grow it to change the scale of the object. This application has a very high-performance CAD engine built into it. So I can take these objects and do different kinds of Boolean operations to cut the objects and do different types of modeling operations. And the interesting thing here is that this is very floating point intensive, these cutting operations. So on the Sandy Bridge platform, it really utilizes both the full CPU and GPU performance. If I just grab onto the world, I can navigate the view through the scene with either hand. And if you just grab onto the world and rotate, you can change the view or translate, or even grab with both hands and zoom in to change your scale. So it's a very fluid, one-to-one 3D user interface.
I bet you could use it for very nice gaming capabilities.
Absolutely. So this particular application is just a 3D modeling environment for building different shapes. But of course, this software is part of our 6Sense TrueMotion SDK that you can embed into any kind of an application. So you can imagine something like a Google Earth style map viewer where you can zoom out and zoom in on a whole terrain view, or you can have maybe a SimCity type application where these could be buildings that you're planning and drawing out roads or editing a track. One last feature I want to show you here is that I can bring up this GUI panel, which is kind of like a virtual PDA, and I can use that to load different objects into the world.
Okay, great. But you know, I made this public that I'm not a big gamer, so I'm looking for some other reasons to use this kind of capability.
So our initial market is going to be gaming, of course, and we're going to be coming to market early next year with a Razer-branded controller system, and we're working with Valve Software to have support in all their games, including Portal 2. But of course, there are lots of opportunities for other applications as well. One we're really excited about is the 3D television technology really matches perfectly with a 3D control system. So to be able to control your TV menus or surf the web is a great application. We're also working with our athletic partners to miniaturize the sensors to make a wearable system. So you can have them on your wrists and ankles and have absolute tracking of your full body for health and fitness. And of course, for rehabilitation, you could use a sensor to log your rehab process and then upload that to your physician later.
Okay, thank you very much. Very exciting.
Thank you, Dadi.